In a small, quiet village nestled among rolling hills lived a young boy named David. He wasn't like the other kids who were content with the familiar rhythm of village life. David had a different kind of dream, a spark in his eyes that saw beyond the horizon. He wanted to build things, to create, to become an engineer and shape the world. This dream was a fire in his heart, a calling he couldn't ignore. So, with a heavy heart but a determined spirit, he packed his few belongings, hugged his family goodbye, and set off for the sprawling, intimidating city, leaving the only home he'd ever known behind. The city was a stark contrast to his peaceful village. It was a chaotic symphony of noise, a blur of strange faces and towering buildings that seemed to touch the sky. Loneliness became his constant companion. David quickly learned that dreams didn't come with a meal plan. He faced the gnawing pangs of hunger and the biting cold of nights spent without proper shelter. To survive, he took on any odd job he could find. By day, his hands were calloused from manual labor, washing dishes, carrying heavy loads, cleaning streets. But when the sun went down and the city lights flickered on, his real work began. Under the dim glow of a street lamp, with borrowed books and a relentless spirit, David would study. He pored over diagrams of complex machinery and filled notebooks with intricate equations. Physics, mathematics, and mechanics became his new language. There were moments of crushing doubt, times when the city felt like it was trying to swallow him whole. Whispers of failure echoed in his mind, telling him to give up and go back. But then he would remember the faces of his family, the hopeful eyes of his village, and the promise he made to himself. That memory was his anchor, the fuel that kept his fire burning through the darkest nights. Years passed, each one a testament to his unwavering resolve. The odd jobs turned into a formal education. The street lamp was replaced by a library desk, and the lonely boy slowly transformed into a confident young man. Against all odds, the day finally came when he stood on a stage, a graduation cap on his head and a diploma in his hand. He hadn't just earned a degree, he had conquered a mountain of adversity. But David's journey didn't end there. He poured his knowledge and passion into his work, inventing a life-saving water purification technology that could bring clean water to remote communities just like his own. Years later, a car drove down the familiar dirt road leading back to his village. The man who stepped out was not the wide-eyed boy who had left, but a successful engineer, a respected innovator. He had returned not to boast, but to share. He brought his invention, his knowledge, and a plan to build a better future for his home. The boy who left with only a dream returned as a symbol of hope, proving to every child in his village that no matter where you come from, with courage and determination, you can not only change your own life, but transform the world around you. Thank you so much for watching David's incredible journey. If his story inspired you, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel for more uplifting content, and share this video with someone who needs a little hope today. We'll see you in the next one. In a forgotten corner of the world, nestled between rolling hills, lived a boy named David. His village was a tapestry of traditions, but David's dreams were woven from a different cloth. He didn't see himself tilling the fields for the rest of his life. Instead, he saw blueprints, circuits, and the towering structures of the future. He wanted to be an engineer. With a heart full of hope and a backpack carrying little more than his father's old textbooks, David said goodbye. The city was a roaring beast, a stark contrast to the quiet hum of his village. The skyscrapers didn't look like dreams up close. They looked like giants ready to crush him. Every door that closed in his face, every no he heard, chipped away at his confidence. He found himself sleeping in cramped hostels, his stomach often rumbling with a hunger that wasn't just for food, but for a chance. To survive, he became a man of many trades. By day, he was a dishwasher, his hands pruned from soapy water. He was a delivery boy, weaving through chaotic traffic. He was a construction worker, hauling bricks under the scorching sun. But when the city lights flickered on, a different David emerged. In the dim glow of a street lamp or the quiet corner of a public library, he wasn't just a laborer, he was a scholar. He devoured books on physics, mathematics, and mechanics, the pages worn and soft from countless hours of study. There were nights filled with suffocating doubt. Loneliness was a constant companion. He'd look at his calloused hands and wonder if he was chasing a fool's dream. Was he destined to be just another forgotten face in the sprawling metropolis? In those moments of despair, he would close his eyes and picture his village. He'd remember the faces of the children, their futures as uncertain as his own. He wasn't just fighting for himself, he was fighting for them. That thought was the fuel that kept his fire from burning out. His perseverance paid off. He scraped together enough money for tuition and enrolled in a night college. His professors saw the exhaustion in his eyes, but also the unyielding fire. He wasn't just a student, he was a survivor. Against all odds, David graduated. His name called out to a thunderous applause that felt like a validation of every sacrifice. But graduation was just the beginning. David's mind, sharpened by hardship and fueled by purpose, began to innovate. He developed a low-cost water purification system, a simple yet revolutionary device that could bring clean water to communities like his. He designed affordable solar-powered lamps to replace the dim, smoky kerosene ones. He wasn't just building things, he was building solutions. Years later, a car drove down the dusty path leading back to his village. The man who stepped out was not the wide-eyed boy who had left. This was David, the engineer. He didn't come back with just money or a fancy title. He came back with clean water, with light, and with something far more powerful: hope. He built a small workshop, teaching the village youth the skills he had learned. The boy who left to chase a dream returned to build a new one for his entire community. His story became a legend, a testament to the idea that no matter where you start, with enough determination, you can not only change your own life, but transform the world around you. Thank you so much for watching. If David's journey inspired you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more stories that move the soul. See you in the next one.